Ubuntu 23.04 is the upcoming brand new update to the Ubuntu desktop that brings new features, UI changes, and performance improvements to the GNOME shell. In this video, let's take a quick look at the upcoming release of Ubuntu 23.04. Keep in mind, by the time of recording this video, Ubuntu 23.04 is in the testing stage, and the features or changes that you are about to see may be included or altered. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you would notice when installing Ubuntu 23.04 is the new OS installer. This is a Flutter-based installer that brings a brand new look. It's not massively different from the old one. While installing Ubuntu OS, you get to see a smooth slideshow that gives clear and concise information about Ubuntu. Now, other than that, the manual partition page looks very neat and clean, which gives more information about the drives and partitions. Now, as of now, this installer is super buggy. It always gets crashed for no reason, which is kind of bummer. We hope to see the new OS installer will be ready before it goes public. Ubuntu 23.04 includes brand new wallpapers that look not up to the snuff. The previous release got some very good wallpapers, and the artwork made by Ubuntu team was next level, but sadly they have removed all those wallpapers and replaced them with new wallpapers. Now, apart from that, the improved Ubuntu font in combination with the Yaru theme looks up to the mark. Ubuntu 23.04 is going to ship with GNOME 44. The upstream GNOME 44 brings new changes and enhancements to the Quick Settings menu. Ubuntu team modified the look of the Quick Settings menu and looks different in the Yaru theme. In one word, it's now a lot easier to see which toggles have a submenu using the expand buttons. The all-new Bluetooth menu is a standard feature that lets you see which devices are connected as well as connect and disconnect from a previously used devices with ease. The background applications menu lists all the applications running in the background without a visible window. Now, this way you can glance through ongoing tasks and even close applications via the menu. The settings panel in Ubuntu 23.04 has also undergone significant changes. The accessibility panel, for example, has been completely redesigned to improve usability, while the date and time panel is now more mobile-friendly thanks to a two-column layout for the month selector. In addition, you can now share Wi-Fi passwords through a QR code. Now, furthermore, the About page displays kernel and firmware versions, giving you even more information about your device. Now, moving on to the file manager, the built-in search function in Nautilus has received a significant performance boost, making it faster and more efficient than ever before. When using the GTK file picker window, you can view files in icon mode for an easier selection of images and videos. Also, when taking a screenshot using the default tool, it's now stored in the clipboard. You can then quickly paste it into Nautilus by right-clicking the mouse. Ubuntu 23.04 ships with new versions of the applications. Firefox, Thunderbird, LibreOffice, Shotwell on some of the core packages has received new updates. Ubuntu 23.04 uses the latest release, kernel 6.2. This kernel brings several new features and improvements to the Rust implementation. It also solves some of the issues concerning split lock detectors. Kernel 6.2 brings support for Intel Arc graphics and Apple M1 chips, which is going to be a huge benefit for Asahi Linux developers. Overall, I would say Ubuntu 23.04 with GNOME 44 is a scintillating update for Linux users, which is scheduled for release in April. It's going to be a short-term release and is supported for the next 9 months. If you need a long-term support, it's recommended you use Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. Now, if in case you already have installed Ubuntu 22.04 LTS on your system, I do not recommend upgrading to 23.04. As of now, you can download and try Ubuntu 23.04 on GNOME boxes, VMware Workstation Player, VirtualBox, or you can even run it directly on bare metal by installing on a separate drive or partition. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. This has been KSK Ryle. I'll catch you in my next one.